Hello, everyone. Welcome to Light Language Messenger. And for those of you on the Great Awakening Generator, you are very welcome here as well. So I guess the question is, how are you? I hope you've had a good weekend. For me, it's been it's been as good as it is. Went to lunch with a friend on Saturday, which I don't do often these days. I'm quite a home bunny. But I thought of, I was invited out and I thought, oh yeah, why not? And it was great. And of course, visiting a friend. I visited a friend yesterday who is now in a nursing home. And so I feel like with this change where my friend is now in a nursing home / hospital, my life's changing a little bit. And I've come to realize that I need to be there for my friend. So I don't know if you're going through that, but I've noticed that a lot of people are going through changes at the moment where suddenly a family member that used to live in a retirement village or a nursing home in one city, with the changes happening, family moving, they have to then move on to some other city with their family to another retirement village. So this is kind of a friend of mine has just done that a couple of weeks ago, moving his mum with his brothers all the way from Auckland down to Wellington. So that's like 8 hours away, and a totally new community to get involved in and to become a part of. But isn't it interesting how people are making those changes? Even people that are as old as 88 or 89 are actually making those changes. They're seeing the sense of what needs to be done, despite the fact that they've been living their lives in a specific place for a long time, and that is all the life they know. So I think humans are quite resilient, and we give ourselves we give ourselves less credit for our capabilities most of the time. We think we will not be able to adjust to something, but actually we might surprise ourselves. We have to have some self-belief, right? Okay. So today's light language message is coming again from the Dragons, Your Celestial Guardians book by Diana Cooper. I want to say just a couple of things before I start that. Apologies for Friday's light language message with the blue gold dragons of Mercury. Friends, I did that before I went on and I did radio. And I'll tell you what, the energy was so volatile. It was such a lot of energy. And I felt like my body was trying to contain it and was struggling with that. Now, only because I'm in this third dimensional body, right? But it was not a bad thing. It was actually quite a blessed thing. It was quite a wonderful thing. But it was, if I could have balanced that energy better, then perhaps the light language transmission would have gone better. You should have had me on radio. I was on a roll, man. I was like, wow. I just was saying stuff and it was happy, though. That is the difference. It was so happy. I had somebody call me at radio and say, Rose, it's wonderful to hear you giggling again on radio. Not that I don't giggle all the time, but I was doing it more than I usually do. And it was like, wow, it was a different kind of energy. Friday for me was different. I don't know if it was like that for you. I don't know if it had anything to do with Mercury coming out of retrograde, because Mercury kind of stays in shadow still before it goes completely direct. I don't know what that transition was. Was it the new moon? Who knows? But it was like that. So I'm sorry if you found it a little bit disjointed on Friday. Right. Current energies. I want to suggest something to all of you. Please take your rest whenever you need to and it's available to you, because I'm just finding that is what I need right now. That is what I need. And sometimes I'm wondering, in 2013, when I went through this phase that I'm going through right now, when I had a diagnosis of rheumatoid arthritis and all of that, I'm wondering if in 2013 that was all about ascension symptoms rather than a chronic illness. And because I went through such a major change, low energy, then I suddenly, after the low energy, just had this thing of, all the joint aches and not knowing how to process that. Then the medical system diagnosing it as rheumatoid. And then none of the medicine. Firstly, I didn't want to take the medicine, but none of the medicines that I did take actually agreed with me. And because I had my grand awakening in 2013, just after the December 2012 solstice. So I think that's something that was happening to me then. And now that it's happening again, we're saying it's out of remission. We're saying the rheumatoid is out of remission, but I think what it is actually part of the ascension process. And it looks like that because then it was presenting, the medical professionals called it rheumatoid. And now, well, what else is it going to be if I'm going through another grand awakening and shifting, right? So some food for thought. I don't say that this is all absolutely correct, but I am wondering about it. I just thought I'd share it with you because perhaps you're in that situation. But I want to encourage you, take as much rest as you possibly can. I've also, it's interesting, it's ironic. Then the only thing that helped me was yoga. And I finally clicked watching my diet, and watching my diet as in gluten-free, dairy-free. I didn't give it up completely because I do like milk in my tea and coffee, when I have coffee, that is. But just reducing the gluten. The gluten aggravated the joints, right? So that was out. Also fructose and sucrose for me, not great. So just watching the diet again like that. I mean, most of the time I follow those things in my diet. I'm gluten-free. Most of the time I'm fructose free, and I have xylitol as a sweetener in my tea. But anyway, I digress from today, right? But I just wanted to share that with you, just in case. All right, just in case you were in that situation. And I'm encouraging rest, 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 lots and lots of rest. So I was in meditation and wondering what we were going to do today. Which dragon were we going to invoke today? And I had read about this dragon last week, and I thought, oh, we need to do this. But then I thought, are we ready to invoke the Golden Atlantean Dragon, to start that reconnection with the 12 strands of our DNA? And I think we are now. Today, I think we are. I don't think we were last week. Well, I don't think I was last week, but I think today I am. So that is the dragon that we are going to bring in today. We're going to invoke that dragon. I don't know where you are at in terms of reconnecting with the 12 strands of your DNA. I don't even know where I am. But I know that I haven't focused too much on it. But I also know that I feel like my life right now that I'm aware of those, that I've only incarnated on this planet in this time with 2 of the strands that's active, and that I have 12 of them, that then brings me into my full power and brings me into my full knowing and all of that. I mean, don't we want that in this ascension process? Obviously, we want that. And that is our transition. This is part of the transition into the 5th dimension, right? And higher realms. So I feel that we can do this week. It is the equinox week this week. And all the light coming down, and the light is continuously coming down. I'm just finding I have shifts, like big shifts. I'm having sometimes big shifts in a day, or I'm having big shifts in certain parts of the week. And then I just have to lie down and just have the rest and go from there. I want to say this much, though, coming back to the health thing and balancing up my body. I did then Kundalini those years ago when I had the first time I had that diagnosis. I did Kundalini yoga. And I've started doing Kundalini yoga again, and I'm feeling a lot better. So my body knows what it needs, and that is what it needs. Okay. And what it actually does for me is it balances my mind, my spirit, my physicality, all of those things, because I actually feel more empowered. I feel more energized to do the things I need to do. Kundalini yoga, Jay Dev Singh from Lifeforce Academy. Try his, and I'll put a link in the description box for one of his, and see if you like that yoga, because a lot of it is it's not just about the physical, it's about the breath work. Because what's happening with our bodies is we're getting stressed out too much, right? Because stress is a big factor in terms of joint aches and stuff like that, right? In terms of arthritis. And so when you're getting stressed out, you're not able to function better, or think clearly, or think in a balanced way. And we want to create balance in our lives right now as we're navigating these times. All right, let's go to our Golden Atlantean Dragon. Right, the Golden Atlantean Dragon. What type of dragon is it? And when I say that, because remember, we have 5 types of dragons. We have fourth dimensional dragons. They all come into the air, earth, fire, and water categories, but we also have fourth dimensional dragons, and they are earth, air, fire, water dragons. And then you have combination dragons as well, just a reminder. And then we have the 5th to 7th dimensional dragons. Okay. And we have dragons that work with the archangels and masters. And then we have galactic dragons. Now, on Light Language Messenger, we haven't worked with dragons in order because we've worked with the Earth Dragon. We've then worked with our personal dragon. Then we've worked with the blue gold dragon of Mercury. Who else did we work with? The Pleiadian dragon, right? So, and of course, I really loved this one, the Archangel Zadkiel's gold and silver violet flame dragons. That one was just, oh, so awesome. We will revisit the blue gold dragons of Mercury because the blue gold dragons of Mercury are very, very important for this time and space in terms of communications. That's what they help us with. They're also basically clearing and bringing in high frequency into radio and television networks. They're bringing it into our cell phones, into our devices in terms of our computers and etc. So we need that right now, don't you think? Especially with we're communicating with these devices right now, and we need to have high frequency in it, not low frequency, not where things are being sent to us via those frequencies that bring harm to us. Yeah. Yes, exactly. So I think it's just important that we understand why we're doing the dragons, why we're doing specific dragons. All right. Okay, so the Golden Atlantean Dragons. Almost everyone on the planet had an incarnation during the Atlantean Age because it lasted for 260,000 years, the longest civilization there has ever been. The Golden Era, when everyone lived in harmony and oneness, lasted for 1,500 years of that period. People, animals, and the land itself radiated golden eras. I'll read that again. People, animals, and the land itself radiated golden auras. All the light workers here now were connected with that special time. The frequency during the Golden Age was the highest ever attained on Earth. People had crystalline bodies so that they could hold more light than we can now. Light contains spiritual information, knowledge, love, and wisdom. They were able to maintain this high frequency because they all had their 5th dimensional chakras fully operational, and so their 12 strands of DNA were connected and activated. Those living at the purest time of Atlantis had 12 strands of DNA fully connected. Within each strand of DNA were 64 codons or beads that enabled the people to live their extraordinary lives. The 5th dimensional chakras were spiritual centers, holding the information that enabled the Golden Era to be so incredible with its use of crystals, spiritual technology, mind control, and cosmic travel that is currently beyond our comprehension. The Atlanteans' advanced spiritual technology, was activated by crystals and mind control and is remembered as a myth or a dream in our subconscious. Yet the memory many still yearn for is the love and soul satisfaction that everyone then enjoyed. The magnificent Golden Atlantean Dragons actively supported the energy at that time, and they still carry the keys and codes of that awesome era. Now I'm going to share a picture of that dragon. I've taken a picture out of the book, and you'll see my mala on the side, a picture of my mala on the side of it, but it's just the way I had the only thing that could hold the page down. And just to remind you that I am reading from Dragons, Your Celestial Guardians by Diana Cooper. Right, let's go back to the dragon. Look at this dragon. It is something else. Look, it's got a crystal attached to it here. Can you see the crystal? I'll try and make it bigger. Haha, there we go. What a beautiful dragon. Okay, all right. I'll start again. The magnificent Golden Atlantean Dragons actively supported the energy at that time, and they still carry the keys and codes of that awesome era. They approach you when you are ready to remember the wisdom of Golden Atlantis. The information for your Atlantean master body is held within your own personal fifth dimensional blueprint. When you are ready to bring forward your memories and knowledge from Golden Atlantis, the Atlantean dragons will be with you to reactivate it and bring it to consciousness. This happens automatically as your 12 strands of DNA reconnect. As Atlantis devolved, 5 chakras were withdrawn, and these contained 44 of those codes. These disconnected codes contain our psychic and spiritual gifts, telepathy, telekinesis, powers of manifestation, clairvoyance, clairaudience, self-healing, regeneration, and many other powers. Now that we are bringing back our 12 chakras, the Golden Atlantean Dragons are helping us to reconnect the codes to awaken our knowledge, gifts, and talents. This will also lift the veil of amnesia, and you can then truly recognize oneness and merge into it. Right, so really interesting, this one, right? Very interesting information. During the Golden Era, people learned to, this is about, now this section is about reconnecting your DNA. During the Golden Era, the people learned to relax right down to a cellular level. Wow. This meant that the beads or codons within the DNA in the cells could loosen and lie side by side so that they touched each other and were fully connected. So step 1 is to relax deeply. Love is of essence, so develop compassion, empathy, and generosity. Yes, so we shouldn't be stressed out, like I was talking about earlier. Love is, I have no worries with love, but to relax, that's a challenge for me. So you might have something else that you are having to work on right now. I'll read the last line again. Love is of the essence, so develop compassion, empathy, and generosity. This raises your energy frequency, and joy, happiness, laughter, positive living, pure fun, and enjoyment of life are important qualities for the reconnection of our DNA. Oh my gosh. Oh, we can't wallow in sadness. We cannot be in a negative space. Can you tell? At full moons and other times, bursts of cosmic energy are now being downloaded by the Intergalactic Council to reactivate the transcendent chakras again. If you are ready, ask the Golden Atlantean Dragons to help you to take advantage of these opportunities, and they will enable you to switch on your 12 strands of DNA again. There is one other important condition, and that is the atmosphere and energy around you. It needs to be high enough for the activation to take place. So surround yourself with high frequency people and live in pure conditions. Oh, there we go. This is about organic living, isn't it? This is about choosing the friends, how we're having to now navigate our lives and our relationships. My gosh, we cannot make the stuff up. It's so connected, right? Okay. Now we talk about the Great Crystal. The Great Crystal of Atlantis was housed in the Temple of Poseidon and was powered by pure source energy. This was the generator of power for the entire experiment of this golden era. Although the Great Crystal fell into the ocean, into the center of the Bermuda Triangle, when Atlantis collapsed, it continued to be an occasionally used portal and generator, protected by the water dragons. At that time, the Golden Atlantean Dragons withdrew from Earth as their frequency was too high to connect with humanity. Now, at last, the Great Crystal has awoken again and has started to spout a fountain of golden light over the planet once more. The Golden Atlantean Dragons have been able to return to remind us of who we are and what we can accomplish. Not only are they repairing our foundation for the future, but they are preparing us to build again at a higher level. The masters of Atlantis, the high priests and priestesses, were fifth to sixth dimensional, and they oversaw the running of the planet. They were in direct communication with the Intergalactic Council and the masters of many star systems. The Golden Atlantean Dragons worked with them and supported and protected them. They often went with them through the dimensions when they were traveling out of body to consult wise ones elsewhere in the universe. These dragons remember exactly who you were during that epic. What you did, or epoch, what you did, the quality of your light, and your soul mission. They can breathe these memories into your third eye in a burst of golden fire to awaken you. As you stand in your golden Atlantean mastery once more, your veils of illusion will start to dissolve. Like many dragons, the golden Atlantean ones are clearance experts and can dissolve anything that no longer serves you from around that era that you are ready to release. Then the light can return. This dragon will stay with you as you prepare once more to be an Atlantean master. Wow, friends, I want to encourage you to keep looking at this dragon. Ila kala putoto wala kita lama kutofara nakahito rakatai ramahaito. Welcome, Golden Atlantean Dragons. Welcome, Golden Atlantean Dragons. Friends, for a moment, I want to encourage you to keep your feet on the ground. Put your feet flat on the ground. Take a breath in through your nose. Out through your mouth or your nose, whatever you're comfortable with. We're going to take 3 breaths just now. We're going to breathe in deeply, really deep, okay? Push the breath, the air, all the way to the bottom of the belly and scrunch and basically squeeze out those pelvic muscles. Ooh, 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 right? And then you're going to bring up the breath, bring it up to the torso and pause. And in your mind's eye, count from 1 to 4. And if not, you can just look into your third eye space. And after you have counted maybe 1 to 4 or more, then let the breath out wherever is comfortable, through your nose or through your mouth. Through your nose is well, I guess it's using the one channel. And also it's very much a kundalini breath. Take a good look at this dragon. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Can you hear it rising up, rising up? Oh, can you feel the body? Can you hear the movements of this dragon's body? Oro tsakarai tsakarai tsakarai. All right, I'm going to stop sharing for a moment. Etsalama kutufarana he kutuparana ka he chola ta namasete kurva he. Oh, ye baba he. Just had to pause it a little bit because of the lighting. We are going into, the sun has just set here in Auckland. So malakatafarana katohi taparana. So what are we going to do now? We are going to go in and we're going to reconnect. We're going to start that reconnection process. The visualization with this dragon today is to help to reconnect your 12 strands of DNA. Welcome, Golden Atlantean Dragon. Many times. Many times you can call upon this dragon. It will come to you now. They are ready. They're ready for us. They have come back. They are finding the energy better. They're finding the energy palatable to return, for want of a better word. All right. Are we breathing? Let's go to breath, 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 breath. That was the first one. Let's take the next one. Oh, Shilakatana Mahai, Rabahai, Kurapaketana Karatafana Hai to Chelekete. All right, friends. Find a place where you can be quiet and undisturbed. And I'm thinking you're already there. Kulubakatana Varahai, Kuro Sumakochahena. And if you have a candle, you can dedicate the candle and dedicate it to working with the Golden Atlantean Dragons. Now close your eyes and one more time, let's breathe. We'll breathe deeply. Try to look into your third eye space when you are pausing your breath. So now, friends, invoke a Golden Atlantean Dragon. You see or sense it approach you in a flash of golden light. Mine has landed on my desk here. It's coming through the window. Welcome, dragon. Welcome, Kolomakitana Makaharona Katakahaina Koromahaika. It's a labakotono koratafana kahidumarahe. It's a korona katahinama. Namaste korabahina karahefo. It's a karama katana. You honor us with your presence. Let's put the picture up of the dragon again. Hilama hilama lola kitana maha. Hilu ahia we goro go to the ramahaya garo to. We honor you, Golden Atlantean Dragon. We honor you for your patience and for your time. We invoke your presence and your help into our world. We honor you that you have waited for us to come to this time and space, and we are awakening to who we truly are. We honor you. We honor your commitment to us. We thank you that you have come to help us to be the one of those things that are going to help us just awaken to who we truly are. Oh, so friends, now ask your dragon that you have invoked, your Golden Atlantean Dragon, to pour its golden fire into your heart, to expand your possibilities and start to reconnect your 12 strands of DNA. Oh, Aleka Mahe Ramahe Karamaha Ramahe 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 Ramahola Eta Lolahi Ikotala Uahia La 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 O karamahi no lahito karamahe he lamaho mahe lamahi. See, I need to ask my dragon, my Golden Atlantean Dragon, to remind me of my abilities to sing. That's one of the things I need to awaken to, for it is here for higher purpose. Come on, friends. What is it that you know you have the ability to do, to perform? It's one of your skills. It's one of the things you offered the planet in the time of Atlantis. Here, and yet now you forget. Mine is swimming. Whatever happened? Whatever happened at the end of Lemuria, or the age of Lemuria, or Atlantis Kalama Soforanakatoroma? And I think for me it happened right there in the Caribbean. Oh dragon, we welcome you, we thank you, and we ask you to help us with the fire in our hearts. To circumcise our hearts with the fire. With your golden fire. So we can reconnect with our 12 strands of DNA. So we can remember who we are, and we can come into the powerful space of who we are. Yes, in high frequency. Not to be destructive, but to be loving. Now imagine your strands of DNA are like two strands of beads lying side by side in the cells in your body, touching and all relaxed. Relax, my friends. Relax more now, as you are enveloped in that golden fire that the dragon has just poured into your heart. Esakaramakatafaranahai tolamahai tolamahai. La 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 ho. lolo anai. Kira baba bakatono makarana katai. Now ask the Golden Atlantean Dragon to pour golden fire into your third eye, to awaken your memories. Solo koto falakata namahai. Sakarana koto tadamahai. Sila koto nahai namahai tokoro mahai. Trust that this shifting is happening, friends. Ula katana mahai, alula lila balado kuro mahai. Ikola mahoro marakatana mahai lamahi. Thank the dragon and open your eyes whenever you're ready. Thank your dragon. Stay in the space if you need to longer. But when you're ready, thank your dragon. Thank you, dragon. Thank you, my beautiful Golden Atlantean Dragon. Koramakitana karata katai. Ilo aleketamahai. And now when you open your eyes and you've completed this visualization, remember to stand tall as a radiant Atlantean master with a golden aura. O lamahito karamahaito. Here baba here. Karamasakotanai. Friends, look at this dragon one more time. Or more than one more time. It is a beautiful, beautiful dragon. Eskarama kitorona katafarana hekototaira pahekoto. There's something about this dragon, and it's been with me now for the last, say, 24 hours. Because I looked at it, I read it last week. I read this chapter on it. I read it last night before I went to bed. I've been really focusing and tuning in with this dragon, and it's given me today a very calm energy. And if you look at it automatically, you know, it's a dragon that's breathing fire, but it's such a gentle, beautiful thing. Look at the eyes, look at the flame coming, the pink violet flame or pink flame coming out of the forehead. This is a very beautiful, gentle. You can sense the frequency of this dragon. Yemma, yemma, yemmako, yemmako, yemma amma lumakutana hita. And look, this crystal is a very light aqua blue. Ula ila mala kuchalala makato forana katehe. Ira makuto rona mahai farana kitokura mahai. Idzabalo kuchala kadana nakalotono mahai. So friends, I'm going to stop sharing. But you can pause your screen. Pause the video to look more at this beautiful dragon. Kalamasakoro nakata hefe. So friends, when I was talking about my inhibitions, about swimming, for example, I have been in the Caribbean twice now. I've had the blessings of being in the Caribbean Sea. And I just froze. I could not. All the lessons I had in terms of snorkeling or whatever went out the door. All my swimming lessons were gone. I froze. So that is what I lost in the time of Atlantis and Lemuria. When whatever was happening, I had perhaps a shocking experience in the water. What did you have? What were you thinking? What what are your recollections? I don't know what the experience is, but I do know that what my physical body tells me now, what it resists to such a degree, no matter how I try, tells me I've lost the memory of something. And it ended with a bad experience. Since the reason for that. The singing, I used to sing beautifully as a child. I sang beautifully as a 25-year-old. And for whatever reasons, I've lost it in the last however many years. But I have a natural singing voice. These are the things that will come back to us. Our talents, not just for what this phase of our lives or what this lifetime was meant to be, but don't you want to be the best you can be? In the sense of, not the third dimensional sense, that if you have these skills, that you use them for all the good things and use them, perhaps we can sing like angels. Perhaps we can do our intonations in ways. There are people on the earth already that are doing that, right? They sing so beautifully. Not even main people in mainstream music like Enya or and people like that. But you've got other people, they do their language so wonderfully. Another long one, this one was. I hope you benefited. It has been a few days since we were online, and so I thought, I was online only with you. We did do a Words of the Light series yesterday with Claudia Tidgens. I hope you caught it. Soroma kafana karata hetu koromahai. Beskanokara. Thank you, friends. Namaste.